What is up, guys? I'm Alex, and this is Mana Spike Gaming, where we explore the competitive play-to-win side of Magic the Gathering on Arena. So today, I am tired of losing to mono red. As I mentioned in my previous video, we've been seeing about 70% red on the ladder, even in the top 1000 in Mythic. It's all over the place. The deck is good. We have to respect it, so we are going back to respecting it completely and playing Esper Control. This is a new version of Esper Control. The same game plan we have before, except for I brought in a single copy of Lyra just as another way to completely poop on red, and just a few other little things are different. We're not all as all in on the 4 copies of Moment of Craving anymore. And then we also brought in a copy of Cry of the Carnarium. We're going to go with that. And then also we adjusted the mana base just slightly to replace the basic island with a Dimir Guildgate and swap to Hallowed Fountain and a Godless Shrine. So I think the list is pretty good. We're just going to go ahead and jump in. If you want to see me talk about how this type of list works, you can go back and see my previous videos on Esper Control. But let's just go jump in the ladder and play some games. So I dropped from Mythic number 81 to out of Mythic, trying to play mid-range decks, both Esper mid-range and Is It Drake's. Is It Drake's isn't really a mid-range deck, but still. We were having a really tough time dealing with mono red. This hand is so close. If we had one more shock land, I'd keep it, and it'd be a snap keep. We have early interaction, but I just don't think we can keep 2 lands and no card draw. This is horrible. Well, I guess we're going to go to 5 and be really sad about it. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this. Hopefully he's mono red. If he's mono red, we have a shot. I already had a Thought Erasure, so I probably didn't need the second one. Yeah, we're dead. So the question is, do we want to grab... I think the only thing that matters is Curious Obsession. This only backfires if he has 2 copies of Curious Obsession and 2 Spell Pierces in his hand. Let's see if he plays the Siren Storm Tamer, or if he keeps Spell Pierce up. Okay. So that's a little awkward for us. Interesting. We want to kill these things, but he has another one coming. Let's just try to find some lands. Get rid of some of his counter spells. I think this one's scarier for, I don't know. Just trying to stop a 3rd creature from coming down. We're gonna take the Spell Pierce, because that's a more flexible piece of removal for him. So he's seen 4 cards and no lands, and that sucks. But yeah, I mean, we went to 5 on this one, so this game's over. I mean, he's got to dive down. He can also sacrifice Storm Tamer. So luckily, he's kind of stuck on lands too, which is good for us. So if he's smart, he'll just keep swinging in for 3, and then he'll win that way. There's no reason to cast anything. We're gonna go ahead and do this on, and then he'll Essence Scatter it, put a +1 counter on something. Okay. Or Essence Capture. We can pay for Spell Pierce now, which is nice. So maybe I should have taken the Essence Capture, knowing that I would eventually get to 4 lands. That's okay. Should have just targeted one of the Siren Storm Tamers so I got the life gain. You can still just sacrifice a Siren Storm Tamer that'll keep you from getting the life gain, so that's largely irrelevant. Yeah, he's just going to chip away until we're dead. I definitely should have captured, or should have grabbed the Essence Capture instead of the Spell Pierce. Mono Blue is just a wretched, wretched matchup. Interesting. I think we're just gonna... He has Dive Down, he has Dive Down. Just want to counter that? Thinking. I know it's my go. I'm thinking, you asshole. Let's just mute people. Nothing good comes from chat, especially when the chat's that limited. That was gross that he got the land. At least he played the Siren Storm Tamer. That's something. So luckily for us, he has a really hard time interacting with Lyra. I mean, sometimes they're running Sleep, sometimes they're running the guy that bounces it back to my hand. I can't remember the name of the card. It's a 3-drop. But generally they have a hard time interacting with... yeah, that's really good for us. So now we get to Thought Erasure, and let's not tap him that way. Thank you. Thank you. Why would you... Yeah, you can never... Well, okay, never mind. It has to tap one of the blue sources. So... I think I want to Thought Erasure. Do I want to Thought Erasure here? I think I just want to save Absorb up. Let's just swing. Sure. I don't think he's going to find a 1-mana answer to Lyra. Unless he has... No, yeah, he has to find a 1-mana answer to Lyra in that situation. We're going to keep Absorb up in case he plays... Yeah, I forgot that could adapt. That's a little scary. I mean, we're winning the race right now, so... Well, that sucks. We're gonna make him burn his Essence Capture, I think. Actually, that's really gross. Now he puts a token on the Petromander, and he's really hard to deal with. Okay, that's interesting. I really want to cast both of these, but I can't. I think we still win the race, though. That will eat and absorb. So again, we're winning the race. I have to be cautious of him putting a counter on this Petromander, though. He should consider not attacking with that so he can block. And then building up a big board state. That's what he's going to do. And he also has the Siren Storm Tamer to protect those. Oh, that was a gross draw. Let's pick apart his hand. Which of these are relevant? I think just the Essence Capture. So it's a bummer that he has 2 of them. I don't think I'll ever get to cast that. Do I even want to cast it now that I have the Lyra out? I don't think I want to. So he'll play the Mistcloaked Herald and then start pinging for 1 again. I think the only thing I have to worry about is a Merfolk Trickster. Interesting. Yeah, we're just going to keep passing. We've seen 2 of our absorbs, which is less than ideal for us. Yeah, because he just runs so much counter magic. Yeah, I think we're just going to lose this one 20 turns at a time. Ooh, he almost like has to counter that. The question is, do I want to main phase it? Or do I want to save it for the end step? So maybe I can do something. I think I'm just going to main phase it, just to get the maximum value out of it. If I had a card in my hand that could do something else... Okay, I think he should have played that, so he could have put a counter on the Petrobander so it could attack. But I should have done it post-combat. Well, drawing some lands, that's okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we haven't drawn too many lands. 8 out of 22 is not bad at all. Okay, that's gross. That's really gross. That's like really, really gross. I don't think we can win now. So we're going to force them to pitch the Essence Capture. Let's draw another Wizard's Retort. Sure. Oh yeah, I forgot he could, that's game. Now, yeah, Mono Blue is a horrible matchup for us, and I'm surprised to see, wow, I'm surprised to see any amount of Mono Blue on the ladder right now, just because, like I said, 60% of my games have been Mono Red, and I think Mono Blue has, like, 0 chance against Mono Red. Tea is horrible, by the way. Just brew your own. Blah. Yuck. We're gonna keep it, but this is bad. We've got a Surveil to maybe help us find a land. But hopefully he plays a mountain. Is this another Mono Blue? Oh, it's the same guy. Okay. Oh, that's gross. We're just gonna Moment of Craving. I mean, you can try to get the blowout with, he casts Curious Obsession on it, but if he has Curious Obsession and has Spell Pierce, you feel really silly. Okay. I feel like he has Curious Obsession in hand if he's doing that. Surge Mirrors. This is not the same guy. Oops. You do that exactly one time. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, you do that exactly one time, and then you never do it again. Okay, that was funny. All right, man, what is up with these garbage hands? We've got to search for it, so it's okay, but man, we haven't had more than 2 lands in a hand in like 3 days. I'm not kidding. All right, hopefully this isn't If it's Wilderness Reclamation, we're okay. We've got card draw, and we've got 2 copies of Mortify to deal with his reclamations. Okay, well, that is a reaction to have to a copy of Search for Azcanta. He could have been Sultai midrange, we don't know, but I don't know, that is a reaction to have to seeing Search. What is up with these hands? I mean, we're going to keep it because we've got interaction for red. This can filter for lands, and we're pretty much have mana. With these two, we pretty much have mana for absorb already. Like as long, well, I guess we have to draw another blue source or another white source, but yeah, we'll keep it. It's not good. And he's off to a slow start. We didn't really want to see another copy of Absorb, but them's the breaks. Okay. Land. Land. Oops. Missing land drops is really bad. Like, really bad. Obviously. I think keeping 2 landers in this deck is extraordinarily greedy. Especially when that happens. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Do we want, what do we want out of this? I think which one is Vivian Reed? And he drew another one. Good for him. Yeah, we lost this one. I shouldn't have kept a 2-lander. If we'd hit lands, we could have, you know, yeah, we're dead. He has Absorb back up per Kaya's Wrath, so the question is, do we shock ourselves to counter his Steel Leaf Champion, or do we just count on ripping a land? I think we shock ourselves. And maybe tempt him into playing that Absorb. Question is, so he can absorb. I hope he absorbs. Yeah, good. So we have an out now. We can, if we rip a land, we can Vraska his Vivians, and then take Never Lucky. So that's game. Don't keep 2 landers, guys. Especially if you're on the draw and you have the scry. There's like basically 0 reason to keep a 2-lander. I thought I was on the play, which honestly it's even worse then. So that was dumb. If I had some copies of Notion Rain in my hand, maybe it'd make a little more sense to keep a 2-lander. But that was greedy. I haven't seen more than 2 lands in my hand this game yet. At least we have some draw, and we have some interaction. We have more card draw, but we're just gonna mulligan. What is up with this? We're gonna have to go to 5 again. This is gonna be the 2nd time today we've had to go to 5. I'm very, I don't know what's going on with the shuffler. And we didn't draw any anti-red cards. This is less than ideal, to say the least. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this one, but that's okay. Yeah, that's a magic card. That worked out. What is the most concerning card in his hand? Light Up the Stage is 2 cards. I think it's actually the Chain Whirler, because we don't have any way to deal with creatures right now. So we're going to take the source of repeatable damage. Ooh, do I want to play Search? I think Search is too slow. We just need to find lands. I think Search is too low. Too slow. We're going to shock ourselves to play this Absorb. A Lightning Strike, light up the stage here. Swing for 3. That's fine. So we're going to eat 7 next turn and go to 7. So we're just going to play this land. We're going to shock ourselves so we can gain a life because we want to play this on curve where we just die. Yep, that's good enough to counter. Okay, I wish I could turn off Windows. I need to turn off those little Windows updates. I can't understand. MTG Tracker Pro updated. You'd have to tell me 4 times. 5 times now. Alright, so he has a 3-drop in his hand, and we don't know what... Are those 3 drops as well? That's... Alright, 6 times. That's reasonable. I'd like to play this Kaya's Wrath, but... We're going to take 4. I'm surprised they just didn't pay the mana when I was tapped out and just keep burning me. Seems like a reasonable play. I guess he wanted to play around Moment of Craving, which is reasonable. Okay, that's 7 times it told me that, oh, that's really... 8 times it told me. Can you stop that? Nine times. 10 times. I can't make this stop. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. 11 times. So we're gonna go to 5. 12 times. Oh, that's game. 13 times. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. Okay, oh, and we didn't ripple land. Oh, they went to 5 that time. It happens. My computer will not stop telling me that MTG Tracker Pro has updated, so we're going to exit it and see if that stops that from happening. And then we're going to open the Action Center and turn off, see fewer notifications, please. I'm going to turn this off. We're going to queue up while we're waiting. Oh, that was frustrating to go to 5. I don't think I could have kept any of those 2 landers. And sometimes you just get bad hands. Alright guys, we turned off all Windows notifications. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Awesome! We got a keepable hand. I'm excited. We get to play Magic. So we're looking for a black source. Question is, do we want to play Thought Erasure or do we want to play Search for Azcanta? I think we want to play Search. Ooh, yeah, we definitely want to play Search first. Because we want to sneak it through their counter magic. Like, if Thought Erasure gets countered, that's essentially what it was going to do anyways, is grab a counter spell. But getting this on the field and the control mirror is super important. Yeah, we want that. We want that. We want that a lot. That's awkward. Do we want to play around spell? If he uses Syncopate, I think we're okay. We're not going to play around it. Wow. Definitely grabbing Teferi. And I think we want to leave that on top. We want to leave that on top. That gets us to 5 mana. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. Not like we're ever going to get to cast it. Yeah, we just need to get lands in this matchup. 3 copies of Absorb is going to be tough to win through. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, he got extraordinarily fortunate drawing 3 copies of Absorb in this matchup, because these decks don't really run that much counter magic. Those 4 copies of Absorb are it, and that is the most important card to draw in this matchup. Now we're going to draw a bunch of dead cards, because we're both tech to beat red. Maybe I should have grabbed his Mortify so my search lived and got to flip. Yeah, so now he has double Absorb up. I don't think double Absorb is necessary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think double Absorb was necessary. I mean, I guess he wanted to play around Negates. That's fine. The life totals don't really matter. Well, we're missing land drops now. 7. He's at 7. It's actually really important. We want to hit some draw spells. So we're at parity on lands. He has enough mana to cast Absorb twice, so we can't really fight over it yet. We're not going to fight over that. We need to hit some of our draw. Yeah, we're 3 cards behind right now, so hitting some draw would be nice. We're about to be 5 cards behind. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he plays a land, then Teferi becomes a problem because he has... Okay, he doesn't have a Teferi in hand then. Because then he gets to play Teferi, have Absorb back up, untap, and then have Absorb for my Teferi. That was a super good draw. Like, super good draw. Should draw some spells that do things. Honestly, not much happens in this matchup. That's good. I have another answer for Teferi, which is nice. This will probably eat and Absorb, which is good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's fine. I should have protected that search more by getting the Mortify instead of the Teferi. Alright, so how do we want to fight over this? We have 2 copies of Absorb. I think we're going to burn both of them here. Then it's going to resolve, and then we're going to Vraska's it. I don't have another copy of Absorb. I don't have the mana because it tapped wrong. Gotta pay attention to those. It would have been really nice to have had the mana up. I just don't have enough blue sources. I think because I played the Thought Erasure, I'd already tapped blue. So we don't want to do this without Absorb backup. So let's go here, 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 and here. Hopefully he doesn't have Negate. Negate would be really gross right here. Okay. Two of his Teferis are down. That means we just get to slam our Teferi, because I don't think he has drawn his 4th copy of Absorb. He's probably going to have his own Vraska's Contempts. Okay, we really want to draw our Mortify. That's important. Is drawing Mortify important enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if drawing Mortify is more important than playing Teferi. He draw his 4th Absorb. Or does he have Syncopate? Well, that's gross. Go ahead and main phase this, see if we can find some lands. That Syncopate was gross. He's going to flip the search. Oh, man. Hill's going to eat a Syncopate. I think one of these is going to eat a Syncopate either way, so it doesn't matter. The Eldest Reborn's a fine pickup. We're just going to slam it. I don't care if he has a Teferi in play. We're just going to slam it. Because we have to get Teferi on board before he starts activating that and grabbing counter magic. Hopefully he doesn't have another Syncopate. Because if he's, I mean, that would mean he'd drawn 5 of his 6 counter spells. So I might just eat a Mortify. I probably should have saved that to get value out of it, now that I think about it. Yeah, I should have saved that to get value out of it, because I've only seen 2 of his Teferis, and he might be running Chromium, so that was a little greedy. This Azcanta really scares me, because he's just going to find all of his Teferis and all of his Vraskas and all of his good stuff that we have a hard time killing. And he's gonna. I can't really keep up with that card advantage engine either. We don't need this cry. He's not going to counter that. No way. Oh, those don't help any. That helps some. I mean, that is a Vraska that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit Teferi. So he'll play it. He'll cast his Vraska's Contempt, and that'll be that. He'll probably have like a Kaya's Wrath for it. He's been holding the whole game. And yeah, this is a concession to mono red. I don't like playing. Okay, I definitely think he should have searched first to see if he could find a Kaya's Wrath or a Mortify or any answer other than a Vraska. Because the only way I win this game is by resolving a Teferi. But that sucks. I think we scoop now. He's got Teferi and Search online. We're going to play it out, but it's going to be very, very difficult to win. Why would he not? What reason would he have to... Is he going to wait until he has... Is he waiting until he draws his last copy of Absorb to play Teferi? I can respect that, because he knows he only has 2 left. And that's his only win condition. So he drew his 4th Absorb. He's going to play the Teferi now. He probably has maybe one Syncopate left. Interesting. We have 2 Absorbs left to draw and 2 Thought Erasure, so we're going to hold this. Do we want to hold this? So how many Teferis have we seen? This is our 2nd copy of Teferi. Do we want this to just get absorbed? I don't think so. I don't know what he's waiting for. To just play Chromium here? Okay. Sure. I want to tempt him into burning his Absorb here. He 100% should not counter this. 110% should not counter it. Ah, there goes our Teferi. Yeah. That sucks that he drew Thought Erasure. So our Teferi's gone. Maybe that's why you just jam it, just to burn his absorb. Yeah. So now he sees that the road is clear for his Teferi. He should have been, I think he should have cast that Teferi a long time ago and been double tapping Azcanta every turn. So we've got Vraskas we've got 2 Vraskas we can draw and 2 Teferis we can draw on 31 cards. Problem is he's got the absorb, so we've got to draw 2 of them. Not sure why he didn't. He should search, untap it. Well, he drew the Vraskas. We just need to draw some counter magic now. So yeah, he's 6 cards ahead of us now, and he's drawing 3 a turn. Alright, we're going to force him to absorb this. We're not going to let Thought Erasure grab it. Oh, that's game. He runs more counter magic than us. He runs an extra, probably 2 Syncopates, and he runs an extra copy of Negate. We can't beat that. I do like the Negates. I don't think the Revitalizes are as necessary. I think that was entirely too much hedging. So we're going to go and edit the deck. What's crazy is when I play mid-range, I'm not kidding when I say I've played Mono Red 7 times in a row. And then now I switched to a deck designed to beat it, and I think 2 Negates is fine. And then now I just want to see Mono Red, and I can't get it. Or when I do get it, I get 5 lands. Yeah, that 99% is making me sad. We got to fix that. This hand is perfectly fine. A little slow. And we're on the draw. But I think it's okay. Mono white. Okay, we're going to play our own search here. I don't think it matters. We do want to mortify that. Oh. Them's the breaks sometimes. We have our own, so it's okay. Oh no, I don't have a mortify. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. Do we want to draw another land? Yes, we do. We want to draw another blue land, but can't win them all. He should know. Well, no, I don't know why he pitched Vraskas. The card's super good. Yeah, I don't understand that play at all. We need some blue. Where's my boy blue? That's not blue mana. Yeah, we're not going to play into that Sinister Sabotage, obviously. No reason. We can't absorb it. So we're going to lose our Teferi. Interesting. I guess he just values being able to play his own Teferi more than hitting ours. So he's going to flip search before us, which sucks. If we just play this Lyra, he's just going to Kaya's Wrath it, or Lyra. We're still going to do it, just in case he screws up and Sinister Sabotages it. Yeah. That sucks that he had the Mortify and we didn't, and he flips his search. I think we're going to lose this one too. Well, what? That was a very good card if he didn't want to flip his search. I mean... okay. I guess he doesn't care if we hit him, but the problem is if we draw counter magic, well, yeah, if we draw a negate, he gets blown out, like really bad. That's an interesting play. Of course we don't draw a blue source though, so he gets rewarded. So that's really tough to win from. He needs Sakai's Wrath here, yeah. Sure. I'm gonna draw a blue source really bad. Like really bad. Just draw a blue source. Please. Oh man. It's just one of those days. It's actually been one of those weeks. Like I said, it's been one of those weeks. He's got Teferi. That card's bad. I don't understand how you can play it in best of one as well. I mean, he's going to grab our Teferis, but actually, we can't win if he grabs our Teferis, so we're just going to concede. So yes, we got blown out by the card that I said is garbage. I still think the card is garbage, especially in a mono red meta, but man, we're losing a lot. I think my win percentage is actually down to 20% for this week. We're just having some bad beats. I think the important thing is to not let it get to you when you're having those bad beats. Like, even LSV goes to GPs and goes 0-3 with a deck that like wins the tournament. Like sometimes you just, I mean, it's a card game. It's randomized. Sometimes you're just not going to win. Okay. Hopefully this isn't the jelly deck. Sultai is a little tough. We're going to Thought Erasure and then kill his payoff card. Yeah, it's Sultai. So Crisis, or the jelly is a problem. I can't say that word. Hopefully we can hit a jelly here. Or a Carnage Tyrant. That's pretty good too. Yeah, I can stay on top too. I think we want to just go ahead and cast down here and save this guy's Wrath. Because if we cast down, we can play Teferi. Except we don't have enough mana to play Teferi. So we're just going to wait. I want to get more value out of this Kai's Wrath. Killing 2 elves and a branch walker is just not enough. And we can let these guys chip at us for a little bit. Probably just raw dog the Choop here. Okay, that can resolve. That Moral to Folly is less than ideal. Yeah, we can eat another 3. Land would have been great there. It's not like we can play the Lyra or the Teferi, really. I really want him to commit to that Kaya's Wrath. That's fine. Do we want to play Teferi here? And go to 4. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just going to 4. We'll find out how fine it is. That's a good draw. Hopefully he grabs the Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, he's going to grab the Carnage Tyrant. And then, yeah, he plays that this turn, and then we get to Kaya's Wrath and really blow him out. So that feels good. A jelly would be so bad right now. Like, I really want him to just play that Carnage Tyrant and swing face. That's okay. Just play that Carnage Tyrant.
Wild animal, you can't stop nature.
That was bad for us. Can't play the Lyra because he has a Choop. Eldest Reborn will accomplish nothing. We can't cast the Kaya's Wrath. I think the plan is just to play. We have 2 black sources. I don't think it's really relevant that we get more. So we're just going to play 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 mana. We want to be able to absorb and mortify. So we're just going to play a Hallowed Fountain and let Teferi untap it. I think we can discard a land. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Come to me.
I have to burn a Mortify on one of these, which sucks. That's good for us. Problem is that Vivien Reid, we had, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Keep up the pace.
That's a good draw. That leaves absorb mana. The problem we're running into is this Vivien Reid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I've seen things that
That's bad. We'll let that resolve, right? Yeah, we just gotta find a. The only thing that matters right now is finding a Vraska's Contempt. That one will counter, just to keep this from exploring. That's interesting to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 mana, which is not enough to do what we want to do. Let's draw a card. That's the only thing this can do.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
So now we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. So we can force him to sacrifice the Vivien Reid. Because we're going to mortify the Wild Growth Walker. That doesn't have flash, so. That worked out really well for us. So we're going to get to kill his Vivien Reid before she ults. He's going to jelly for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to draw 3 cards off the jelly, which is a little, isn't ideal for us. But worse things have happened. Okay, so he's going to jelly for a little less. I can respect that. I think, well, sort of. I think him drawing cards off the jelly is more important than resolving a Carnage Tyrant. Oh, gross. That's really gross.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
Ugh. Oh, that's not what we wanted to happen right there at all. So he's still holding that shoop. Let's draw a card, see if that changes things.
We need to move quickly.
Oh, man. So I'm tempted to play this Teferi and tuck that Vivian Reed just to deal. I don't think it really helps anything, though. So we're going to go ahead, and I want to keep all of these cards. Actually, I don't even really want to keep that because he's holding that shoop up. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can play Lyra and have Absorb backup. That's fine. The only problem with doing that is he gets to play Carnage Tyrant, and then I lose value on my Kaya's Wrath.
The wilds
But that also means we kill his Vivian Reed, so I think that's okay. It actually slows him down considerably too, which is good for us. So now he's gonna play the Jade Light. Hopefully it doesn't hit twice, so that way this Teferi can. Well, this Teferi will live because it'll go to 5 no matter what. Okay. We really want to draw a Thought Erasure. That'd be nice. Is there, let me go ahead and cast this just so I don't, just to protect this a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's draw a card first, see what we get.
Hold that thought.
Excellent. No Chelly for you. Woo! Yeah, we can leave that Vraska's Contempt there as well. So I think I can actually just afford to cry to protect this. And then this will hit the Vivian. Yeah, I should have done that after. Oops. Should have done that after I swung. Luckily, it saw enough to kill Vivian.
I've seen worse.
Search for Azcanta would be nice. Yep. Sure. I don't think he should have committed to the board there. That's gross.
Keep up the pace.
So actually, I want to leave this back to block. No, because then it'll just trample over. The question is, do I just Kaya's Wrath now? Or see if he commits the second Carnage Tyrant? So he swings both there. 2 tramples over. I don't think he's going to play this second. I don't think he'll commit this second one to the board. But I'm going to give him the opportunity to. If I Kaya's Wrath now, he plays that, this goes to 7, and then I'm right back where I started. So I'm just going to wait a turn. So we've got Vraska's Contempt for this, so that Teferi doesn't die. Actually, that was dumb. I had to, for that play to work, I had to not attack. But he's just a bad player, and it worked out. That was really dumb. That's like the only way I lose this game is if he does that. So that's neat. I guess it actually makes sense, because I'm actually winning the race. Sort of. This should close the game out. I might should have considered playing the untapped land, so I had Vraska's Contempt up, but it doesn't matter at this point. It's irrelevant. Yeah. Yep, that's game. Whew. That was a fun one. Alright, well that's it for now. I appreciate you guys watching. That deck is pretty sweet. I was in big head mode the whole time. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to be in big head mode, so I gotta remember to switch that back to little head mode. Woo. It's a lot more reasonable. You don't need to see that much of my face. But anyways, thanks for watching guys. That's a little more Esper Control. I still think this deck is positioned really well in best of 1. And I do think it's positioned extraordinarily well in best of 3 as well. The jelly can be a bit of a problem. They draw a bunch of cards, and sometimes mono red still just gets underneath you, even with 6 spells that gain life and a lot of things. So I still enjoy the deck. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you guys later.